Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I have a tendency to talk a lot, so this is going to be hard to talk in only 10 minutes. So bear with me. I blame it on the fact that I kissed the Blarney Stone twice, once for myself and once for my father, and never got tired of it. So the gift of the gab is well defined in my family. Restless Spirits Distilling Company. We're very excited to be here in North Kansas City. We're very excited to be in the company of an entrepreneurial spirit that we have in this room. This was a big jump for myself, certainly for my wife, as we completely left our former occupations and careers and moved to this entrepreneurial space, which I sort of explain as just basically running down the side of the mountain at full speed with no way to stop. So that's kind of how it's been for the past few months. We've accomplished a lot in a very short period of time, and I'm going to try to speak to those accomplishments and recognize some people in this room who have helped as well. There's been a lot of people along the way. Certainly, Rich, thanks for your help and guidance along the way. But I tell people that things have gone so well that it can't possibly be real. I even tell my wife sometimes, I must be in a coma in a hospital and we made all this stuff up. So, and I'm going to wake up and I'm back at my desk now. But we set out to build a distillery. There was a lot of research that went into that. We had a lot of learning to do when we first decided that we wanted to follow this craft distilling space. So there's, prior to actually writing a business plan, there was probably a good 4 years of just solid research, talking to people, anybody that would talk to us, anybody who would share information. We wanted to fill out the knowledge gap. Here's this big experience that we have. Here's the knowledge base that we have. What do we need to know to be able to make this happen? So from the time that we sat down to actually craft the business plan until now, it's been a very condensed period of time. We started writing the business plan in July of 2014. Then we went into a fundraising mode. We knew we had to have a lot of capital. Traditional financing wasn't going to make that happen. So then we decided, with the help of our attorney from Bolsonelli, that we would go after private equity to do that. We raised our capital in 4.5 months. We raised $1.1 million. I spent 1.3. Which actually, to do what we've done with that kind of money has been pretty amazing, knowing that one of the competitors in town and another distillery spent 4.5 times that amount to get their distillery up and running. We were told that it would take us 12 months from the time we selected a site to the time we would be operational. We did it in 5. We broke ground on the distillery. I'll call it breaking ground. We cut the main door into the building. In June of last year, we had it operational by the end of October. We started distilling in November and started putting down our first whiskey barrels in December. Fast forward into this year, 2016, we went into distribution with 2 clear spirits, our gin vodka product. In April, that was when we went into full distribution. The month before, in March, is when we opened the tasting room to the public. And if you haven't been there, I know most of the people in this room have been there, but if you haven't, I would invite you stop by and see it. It's really quite fun. And then we launched 2 whiskey products, one in July and one in August of this year. And I will tell you, the speed at which the market is taking these products on has been quite amazing. As you were told in the intro, we focus on the production of Irish-style whiskey. That is kind of our hallmark of what it is that we're doing. That's the differentiator that we're hanging our hat on in the craft distilling space. Nobody else in the United States is doing that. So we are on shelves now, about 400 locations. We'll be on 100 more in the next 30 days in the states of Missouri and Kansas. And next year we'll be rapidly expanding into other states for distribution of our products. So that's where we are right now. I did want to share one little piece of information. This is the gin that we launched in April. It's called Builder's Gin. It's an 11 botanical gin. My wife, whose background is in chemistry, molecular biology, environmental science education, she's the smart one. She personally developed the formula for this gin. It's sort of a Breaking Bad story, so I won't go into all of it. So she developed it on her own. We did not we didn't hire a consultant to figure out what the botanical formulation was. In fact, they actually needed gin. And so she said, well, gosh, we're going to have a gin. I'm going to make a gin that I like. And it seems that by chance, is kind of the gap in the market. There's a lot of people who don't like gin because of the piney sort of taste to it and the smell that comes along. Some people say it smells like a Christmas tree, it tastes like a pine cone. So what Benet created was an 11 botanical gin that has that pininess that traditionally is on the nose of a gin. But when you get into it, it opens up a ton of different flavors, including orange peel, lemon peel, anise, which gives a licorice tone. Grains of paradise is in there, so you might pick up a pepper. A lot of lavender that comes through. And then on the very back end, there's some rose petal. There's also an herb, I'll call it an herb, it's an Irish, old Irish remedy for headaches called meadowsweet. And of course then the secret sauce is black tar heroin. We don't tell people. So anyway, my wife, unbelievable work that she's done to leave a school teaching job to jump into going into a manufacturing environment and take over manufacturing in the production space. I manage the marketing and the sales aspect of it, given my background, and distribution. But to go into that and then to create something like this that now is an award-winning gin on the international stage. This was entered into the, we entered this gin in the San Diego International Spirits Festival this year. About 3 weeks ago, they had there's a blind taste test of a number of judges from around the world, and we took home the silver medal in that, which is pretty much I was going to make her wear this in, but she wouldn't do it. So that's where we are. I want to talk a little bit about the power of branding. I'm a big brand guy with a big brand background from some very big companies. But I want to talk about the international aspect of what it is that we have going on at Restless Spirits. I had someone who's a friend of mine who's from Donegal, Ireland, had one of my shirts on. I gave him a shirt. And I said, I want to get, he's going back to Ireland to his brother's wedding at the end of September last year. I gave him a shirt. I said, I want you to take this Restless Spirit shirt and I want to picture my brand in front of the Bushnell's distillery. Because as Rhonda knows, I'm that guy. So anyway, he gets the picture. He and his brother decide to head south to Dublin. It's about a 3.5 hour drive to Dublin. And he just by chance, as they're pub crawling, goes to a hotel, gets an elevator, and is in the elevator with John Teeling. This is one of those episodes where I tell you that it can't possibly be real in Tacoma. So John Teeling is the godfather, I would say, in Ireland of Irish distilling. He owned Kilbeggan and Cooley distilleries. He now owns what's called the Great Northern Distillery in north of Dublin, not all the way into Northern Ireland. And his sons own the Teeling Distillery in Dublin, Ireland. So he saw this shirt and said, hey, tell me the story. What's this deal? So George lights into it and tells it. And the result of that was John hands him his business card, said, have your friend call me. I want to help him. So that was September, a couple of emails back and forth. Next thing I know, we're about to import the product into the United States. I'm like, okay, this wasn't in the original business plan, but okay, we'll run with it. So we're about to do a $40,000 electronic wire transfer to Ireland to a guy that I've never met personally. I said, John, I never do a first transaction without shaking somebody's hand. And so he said, we'll come on over. So that was Tuesday. Thursday I was in Ireland. He's picked me up at the airport with a couple other guys. Long story short, we wind up with an international importing relationship with John Teeling and have access to his private reserves of whiskey, which were taken from the Kilbeggan sale. So we are now importing. So not only are we distilling, we're importing. That's the Sons of Aaron product. If you come by the distillery, we have that there. And Benet and I are heading over there next month. We're probably going to bring over between 1,100 and 2,200 gallons more of it. And then we've also been invited to meet with the Irish Whiskey Association. Head of the Irish Whiskey Association says our Sons of Aaron product is the best non-Irish Irish whiskey launch they've ever seen. And so they want to talk about that. So that's where we're at. That's what we do. We've launched Stonebreaker. We have 4 products in market. Things are going well. But I really want to give some recognition to somebody here in the room who, at the very onset, was a huge help to us. And Sarah? I got something for you. This is a bottle of Stonebreaker, our Irish American blended whiskey. This is a blend of John Teeling's product with a malt whiskey that we make in-house. Come on up here. I've never started a business before. I sat in office land for 25, 30 years of my life. So I called Sarah on the phone. I found her name on the internet, and I said, "Can you help me? I just want to have an informal. I want to have an informal discussion about how the heck do I, put a business, find a business, launch it in a city. I need some help." And so for minute one, she actually listened to us, and she didn't think we were crazy. We talked to some other municipalities that absolutely thought we were. And you really need help. This company would not be here had it not been for your openness, the city's openness, everybody in this room who had some help in that. And so I want to give you, this is batch number 1, bottle 20 of Stonebreaker whiskey. Okay. You're awesome. Thank you. All right. Sit down here, Sarah. Let's see. We need some trivia. Is anybody in the room? I've got a bottle here of the Builder's Gin that I'd like to give away to somebody so they can enjoy this. Does anybody know the very first Irish distillery in Ireland? Anyone in this room? Bingo, come up here. Oh, that's cheating. He was just there. Okay, hold on.
That's cheating?
Hold on, one other question.
Okay.
For the class that goes with it.
All right.
What year was Bushmill's license?
I'm not sure I remember that one. I'd have to say 1729.
1608. But there you go. That's all I got, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the recognition. We're so happy to be in North Kansas.